We are live from Dover International Speedway. I'm having a little bit of an SDK issue right here. I'm trying to fix it before it's a little bit out of hand. We kind of got stuff that's wanting to paste over each other. But there's only about 9 people this race, so it's not, it's not a big race overall. Pretty small, actually, but it's the eNASCAR Came from World Truck Series here. So hopefully they'll get in some good laps. It's a small field, so looking for hopefully not a lot of cautions in the race. But yeah, there's only about 9 people in here, so it should be a little interesting, definitely. Trying to go through these settings to find out which SDK setting has decided to not work with me. It's pasting that there is something else on top of it. You can see, it's playing a replay file when it should not be. I believe it has just fixed itself right there. Very lucky for that, but will be coming green flag. It's going to be the 3 leading. He'll have the 6-9 behind him. 93 gets a decent jump. Not a huge one, though. Off the start. That's going to get him out front of the pack here. I will have SDK still not wanting to work. 3's going to get a very good lead. He's going to get a huge jump over him. That's the 3 of Thomas Ridgway. I'll continue to work out my SDK issues as this goes on, but 3, he's kind of ran away now. He's gotten a huge lead on this car in front of him. Let's sort through here, and I will fix the SDK issue that I'm having. It's kind of odd that it's decided to do this. Hopefully I will be able to have that fixed, though. Repaste this, so we'll get a local host in here again. I guess just not wanting to do anything, it seems. It's kind of odd that it's not wanting to work with my display. I will actually leave it for this racing, I guess. I'll have to, but 3's gotten a huge lead. 93's following him. 69 of Todd Danbury, he's 3rd. Do not want to stop the stream to reset this, so I'll just have to go, with it like this right now. Very sorry for that, y'all. I don't know why it's decided to do that. So I can actually do this. Sorry, y'all, blocking the screen here, just trying to see if it would take it from this. Looks like it's just something else, actually. No, there it is. Looks like it may be back now. Yep, there it is. Just had to repaste the SDK overlay. Now you can actually see the timings from these drivers. The 3, he's gotten a decent sized gap over that 93 behind him, but that 93 is just kind of staying right tucked in behind that 3, staying in his mirror a little bit. He's not really up there. Doesn't really need to be this early on. They've already put a huge gap on that 69 of Todd Danbury. He jumped out to a monstrous lead over him. He's got the 22 behind him of Mark Brewster. He's trying to catch him maybe just a little bit. Maybe I want to see if this 3 of Thomas Ridgway, if he's burned off his tires, he's running very, very fast laps, but running them fast is completely different than having your tires for the later run, which we'll have to see if he's able to save them for it. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to look up something that I need. This is being a pain for me, really. 3 continues lead. He's really, really starting to stretch it out over that 93 now. Go back to the 69 here. Should do a trading paints refresh for these drivers just to see if a little bit of an issue with some of these paints showing up a little bit differently. If any driver's paints refresh at that point, yeah, maybe. So it looks like he was running a different paint scheme. I'll just make sure to refresh again to see if he does have something different with his as it refreshes back to the old one. So his drivers are having a little bit of a paint scheme issue here too, but that 3's pulled out even more over that 93 behind him. Looks like it's really only a 7-driver race this time. It's 37. He's hanging in the back. Not sure how long they can go on fuel exactly, so it's going to be interesting to see how long these drivers stay out before they decide to go down pit road. Ridgeway, he's gotten to the point I think he's just going to stretch out this lead over the 93 of Dave Stinson. But we'll see maybe within the next 10 laps if drivers have safe fuel. It's going to become a little bit, or not safe fuel, safe tires. It's going to become a little bit of a kind of a factor later in, but we'll see. Looks like they've got, so they will have lap 1 or lap stage 1 at lap 25. So that 3, he's got to stay in front of that 93 for about probably 11 more laps, and there will be a caution thrown signifying the end of the stage. So that'll be interesting to see. That 3 will win. He'll probably win stage 1 easily. We're seeing just how he's running right now. He's just pulling away from Dave Stinson behind him. He's just absolutely just pulling away. We'll go back to that 00 and that 420 who are all battling back here. Looks like the battle's back here though. 420's trying to get under that 00 truck. Can't really get up there. Maybe he needs to run a little bit of a higher exit because he's doing what he's doing is keeping his power pinned down to the bottom. That's hurting him ever so slightly when he's doing that. So maybe something he can maybe change up just a little bit, but these drivers back here are really going at it. That 37's probably just watching this and being like, y'all want to go and tangle with each other, y'all can go tangle with each other. I'm just going to watch y'all race, learn from you. See, some trucks already blew up. That is the 22 of Mark Brewster. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but you saw smoke out of the back of his truck, so he's blown an engine. He's coming down pit road. Odd. I don't know what happened to him. Something had to have happened to Brewster off the exit of 2. Probably maybe got a little bit loose, smacked the wall. Because out of 3, that 3 gets tight. You can see him right there to lift. Out of 2, there's a kind of a little area where the truck will unload. And the back end gets really, really loose. And drivers are going to have to watch for that the whole night. Especially as the run goes on. These trucks will just get looser and looser and looser every single time. Brewster, he looks like he used faster pair. He's out and away, so he's got a new truck, but he's going to go a lap down, maybe even 2. So it'll be close if he can get out of there. He's getting off the exit of 2 now. He's going to have to merge. He's going to be right in front of that. Oh, he'll be actually farther out than I thought he would be from the 3, but these 3 trucks back here are still battling. That 420's kind of falling. Oh, he actually hits the wall there, trying to get all he can on exit. He's going to give the 37 a decent run to get to the back of his bumper. Fortunately's trying. Like he's struggling off of 2, trying to get all the grip that he can. But they're going to be coming up on stage 1 really soon in the matter of about 2 laps. We'll see where that 3 truck is who's just managed to pull away from Stinson. It's almost got a little bit over than a 2.5 second lead. So 3 of Thomas is definitely flexing his muscles early on, showing that he's probably going to be the one to beat tonight. Gonna be when he gets back around, that should be stage 1, so I believe a caution will be thrown. Kind of interested now, the 22 probably stay out and get the wave around. But yeah, he'll get it because he's the only car 1 lap down. But yeah, caution's out. That's the end of stage 1. It's going to be Thomas Ridgway first, Dave Stinson second, 69 of Todd Danbury third, 00 of Bob Williams fourth, Paul Vitale fifth, Barney Stigman sixth, and Mark Brewster seventh. He already had to use his fast repair, so he's already in a hole early on. That 3, he definitely pulled away from that 93. Just got to keep it clean the whole night. Looks like he was just absolutely just hauling it away from him. I don't know if that 93 would have ever caught him, but he'll probably come down pit road this time. Yeah, he'll come down this time, so no, not much of a surprise. Coming down pit road, he'll get 4 tires and fuel. Looks like everybody is going to follow him in. 22 will get his wave around, maybe come back down pit road if he only used a fast repair last time. I have to be careful not to slide through their pit box, but no, if you're going slow enough down pit road, I think that they should be fine. We'll watch the 3 get into his pit box. He's going to have the last stall in smooth, 93 in smooth also. Got these other drivers that were lacking behind. See that 00? He's gotten into the wall trying to get all that he can off corner exit. Just tapped it just a little bit. 3 is off and away. 93 looks like he's getting 4 tires. He's off and away. I think drivers will come in relatively the same or come out relatively the same that they came in. No one's really going to gain on each other. No one's really going to, lose at any position. So we'll actually kind of watch the 00. 00 is going to probably fix off his damage that he has. They probably got it. No, off the exit of 3 and 4, just trying to get all that they can, pushing it as hard as possible for them. While they're under pace laps, I will roll the quick ads for us. We are sponsored by Dubby, a energy drink mix. Use code 10GHOST at checkout for 10% off. They will restart with on lap 31, and they will have another stage at lap 50, I believe. Let me make sure I'm correct. Yep, lap 50. That will be the next caution, and then they will run green to lap 80. Bree was really able to pull out, so he's going to be trying to do that again. That 93 couldn't really mount to him at all. We're going to have to see if that 93 can maybe find something, or if he was laying off the whole time. Well, we'll just have to see. Going to be Ridgeway. He'll lead him to green. He'll have the 37 of Barney Sigmund behind him, and he will have the 93 outside of him, followed by the 420 of Paul Vitale. Control or start is on the 3, so it will be off of him. He goes pretty early. 93 gets a decent jump also. Like he's maybe 93, maybe struggling with the shifts a little bit. You kind of saw his car jolt pretty aggressively, but he's going to try to follow that 3 now. I think that 93 can probably learn a little bit from that 3 truck, as he's actually getting a good run off of 1 and 2. That's Dave Stinson. He's getting closer to that bumper, that 3, so maybe he decided to turn up the heat. Maybe he was laying off just a little bit, not showing all that he had to the 3, because he's not letting him get away as fast as he did earlier. Might have just taken him a little bit to learn how to drive the track, as you can really see him wrapping that bottom line. He is all on the bottom of the track. Kind of surprised he's down there that low, and he's able to hold it, which is pretty surprising. At 3, though, he's just edging away from Dave. Hopefully that 00 at 69 have already fallen back pretty far. And at 69, he's really struggling, it seems. But the 3's not pulling away like he did from the 93 earlier on. So it's going to be maybe the 93's deciding to show the 3 that he has something for him. Oh, sorry. That is odd. I'm having a little bit of a hiccup issue. Have to see what that is about. But that 93, I don't think he's letting the 3 go now. I think he's kind of figured out maybe this is what the 3's doing. As you can see, it's a little bit high on that. He'll lose some time to the 3 on that turn. As soon as I start speaking about him, something happens. But the 37 and the 420, they're kind of right with each other too. That 420, you'll probably see him there. Yep, he's on the exit of 3 and 4, just trying to keep up with that 37. I'm not sure how much of a factor the draft would play in with these trucks, but their spoiler is pretty big, so I say it does play a little bit of a larger factor than I do think. I'm kind of impressed by that line the 93 is running. He's running pretty well on that bottom lane. But he's losing time now, so it's going to start hurting him even more as it goes on. Or he might just be saving his tires. Who knows? We'll have to see what necessarily he's doing, because he can just be waiting back, saving him, or he'll be doing something completely different. Who knows? So he's losing a little bit more time from him, however, so that's going to definitely hurt him. not showing up in this, but at 3, he's stretching his lead again over them. There's not really many battles. 22 is still a lap down, so he's had a hard night so far. He's running pretty slow lap times, as you know. Yeah, he has older tires than these trucks in front of him, probably just trying to save the sets that he has right now. But at 3, he's still running the fastest lap times. That time he just ran a 23:72. Dave Stinson ran a 23:96, and Barney Sigmund ran a 23:97. So he's setting down some fast laps compared to these drivers right now. So I can see him probably taking it home tonight if he can just keep everything clean. I'll let the camera choose where we go. We'll go back to that. I believe that's a Jeff Gordon inspired paint scheme that 420 truck is running. It's a very nice one. I'll give him that. Ooh, something got loose. 93 is kind of going up the track a little bit, not able to hold the bottom. Maybe Diamond in that corner. That's still a good line. It's just not. He just doesn't seem to have the speed to get to that 3. It's going to be interesting. That 3, he's kind of just set sail at this point. He's not really having to struggle with anybody at all. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see if he can maintain the lead the whole race, because he's still pulling away. He can honestly probably start slowing down and saving tires, but he's coming up on the stage end, so it's not going to be long until he has to go back down pit road, and then that might shuffle some stuff up. Who knows? Todd just got past the 420. He's clipping the apron. He's got to be careful with that, because these trucks can get really loose if you clip that apron. It can really shoot you around out of nowhere. Looks like he's running. These drivers are not running very bad lines. It's just don't seem to have the speed that they need. Yeah, that 3, he's just continuously setting the fastest laps here. It looks like the person's running the slowest laps is that 420 of Paul Valtali, so he's off the pace pretty heavily. Seems like Stinson this time, though, didn't get beat as bad as he did on the opening run. He's kind of stayed with the 3 more than he did earlier on, so he might have found something that the 3's doing just a little bit differently. He's actually clipping that apron, so he's trying to get all that he can on the bottom of the track. That's just hurting him, though. Every time you clip it, it just slows you down just a little bit, because you're on an uneven surface, and those tires do not want to grip like they normally would. So it's a little bit hard for them to get traction, but this will be the stage end next time around. I believe it'll be the 3 again. I think this is close to the same finish as last stage, so it'll be interesting to see if that 3 can continue his dominance. He'll only have to run, 5 more laps than he did in this stage. The caution is out, so that will be the end of the stage. It will be the 3 of Thomas Ridgway, 93 Dave Stinson, 37. That's Bammy, or no, Barney. It's like the R and the N are connected. Barney Sigmund. 4th is Bob Williams. 5th, Todd Danbury. 6th, Paul Vitale. And 7th is Mark Brewster, who's still a lap down. He should get his lap back this time, though, so that will put him back on the lead lap. We'll see if he'll be able to do anything to mount anything to the 3 of Thomas Ridgway, but it looks like Thomas, he's just a little too strong tonight to do anything, really. But drivers will come down pit road. This time it'll be the 3, 93, 37, 00, 69, 420, 22. They all come down. Actually, 22 stays out. He will not come down pit road. Someone locked their brakes up. 420 looks like he's gotten into the wall a little bit. Maybe got a little tail happy, whipped it coming off one of the corners. But if all things go according to plan, it should be the 3 that comes out in front. We'll just have to see. Yeah, that 22, he will get back on the lead lap. He'll probably come around and pit next time by because he will definitely need that. So he should be out and away. Yep, he is. 93 will probably fall right behind him. Actually, the 93. Oh, that 37 was kind of coming for him on that one. 420 goes around the 69. So it looks like drivers were swapping positions coming off pit road. Like, I don't believe he's crashed. I believe he's just... Yeah, he is slowed, so he did not crash. SDK will say that drivers have crashed when they obviously haven't. So false alarm from them. But the 3 maintains his lead. No, he's just absolutely just having complete dominance right now over the whole field. Nobody's been able to put up a fight with him. We're back here. They're going to get the stage underway. And the 3 will only have to lead about 20... No, sorry. Excuse me. No, yes, 25 more laps. Now, to secure the win here at Dover. Dover's called the Monster Mile because this track can get a little bit hard to handle, but he seemed to handle it pretty well so far. Been just absolutely just stomping on everybody. No one's been able to put a finger to that 3 truck of Thomas at all, even the whole race. Just nobody seems to be able to mount anything to him, really. But start will be on the 3. 3 gets a good jump. 93 gets a decent one also. Looks like somebody may have missed a shift. I think that's the 37 who missed a shift. If he can't get it in gear. So he has to go all the way to the back, and that may end his chances. But 3, we'll see if he can run away from that 93. That 93 didn't let him go early on. I think the 93 is probably, he's trying to get that draft of him, so I think he realizes that he can make that 3 pull him with him on the whole track if he can just stay in the draft with him, but he loses a lot off the exit of 3 and 4 there. 3 almost pulls out to actually a little bit over a 1/4 of a second on him, so that's going to be hard. I'll pull up lap times just to see, just to show y'all what he's running compared to these other drivers. As you can see, Stinson was faster that lap. We'll see what he is this lap. As you can see, the 3 just kind of blew everybody away from that. See what the 93 can run next time by. Is that 93's trying to hang with that 3, but I just don't know if he truly has the speed to stay with him, because that 3's just been on rails the whole time so far. Yep, he's just a little bit faster every single time than that 93. So that 93 may have his work cut out for him. He's got to hope the 3 hits a bump off the corner, because if he doesn't, it's going to be hard for him to catch him. '93's just trying. He's just trying to get to that 3 now, because that 3 just seems to know how to run the track better than anybody else here. It's like kind of the battle here is going to start to form between the 69 and that 37. The 37, I think he just wasn't able to get a good start. I think he was missing some gears. Just couldn't get it into gear, so that put him in the back. But that 23, he's still a lap down, so something else must have happened. He must have been multiple laps down, and I just had no clue at all. Look at the 69 and the 37. See, they've been kind of going back and forth maybe a little bit. 37 is just a little bit faster than that 69. So he gets a good exit. 69 maybe got a little loose. You saw him correct there for a half a second. That shows that his car is not handling exactly as he wanted it to. Sorry, y'all. I'm having to deal with other people in the world at the same time as doing this. Yeah, that 3 is just, he's kind of just slowly inching away from Dave. I don't think Dave was able to get there in time. I'll pull up his lap times compared to the 3. You see, Stinson was actually faster that last lap. We'll have to see if he's faster this time by again. I just don't know if it may be too little too late, because it's going to be 15 to go. I don't know if you can catch a driver within that amount of time. I mean, it's worth a shot, though. Can't blame him if he does try. We'll see what he runs this time by, as Stinson loses time again. So maybe just a bad corner by the 3. The 00 and the 69 clipping that apron there. It's going to give him a little bit of a higher exit, maybe a bad. You can see him kind of off the wall, trying not to hit it. 37, I think, is maybe just a little bit faster than the 69. I just don't know if he can get there in time necessarily. I thank you all who did show up to this race. This is a very small race. I didn't expect the field to be this small. I did a stream yesterday, and we had hit over 300 views before the race had even, or before the stream had even ended. That was just absolutely insane, and we're getting super close to 100. I'm trying to get there by the end of this week. I've been looking away. That 93 has begun to run down that 3 relatively fast. I'm not sure if that 3 had a couple bad corners, but that 93, oh, here he comes. Was he holding off? He may have been holding off on that 3. He's getting in there really deep, but he's kind of dominating that corner, getting to the throttle very hard. 3, actually, I think he hit the wall there. The 93's mounting a challenge late in the race. Kind of surprised. I didn't expect the 93 to show up like this, but he's getting to the back bumper of him. He might have saved the tires and waited just to pounce on him. 93 maybe got a little loose, but he's going to look to the inside of the 3. Will it be David Stinson that takes the lead? Takes something to the 3 for the first time tonight at Dover. It's going to be 10 to go at the line. Will the 93 kind of wait and plan his move? He's got all the time in the world. It looks like he saved his tires just a little bit more than Thomas. That 93 can just get right up on the bumper of that 3 and maybe rattle his cage just a little bit. 93's running a little bit high, not able to get to the bottom. Tell me he's getting a little bit tight off the corner. Might not want to burn him up this early on, but has the 3 turned up the heat also. He saw him coming on the back straightaway. We'll see how their lap times compare. I think the 93 is going to get a little bit of a better exit than the 3. Kind of surprised that 93 has mounted something this late, as he's definitely looking on that 3 truck. It's going to come down to the 3 and the 93, I think. Maybe coming down to like the last 4 or 5 laps, you'll start to see drivers really start pushing here. This is really where the battle is. At the 420 and the 69, they're kind of closer to each other than they were before. That 37 is really falling off as 93 looks inside of the 3. 3 maybe got loose off of 3 and 4. He's saving it. So the 3 who had led all night got loose off the exit of 3 and 4, and that has allowed Dave Stinson to jump in front of him and probably take the win if nothing happens to him. Kind of surprised by that. Looks like I think the 3 got loose off the exit of 3 and 4, as that's not uncommon to happen at Dover. You're trying to get all you can on that corner exit. Drivers just pushing as much as they can. 3 probably was just getting a little bit too greedy, as he's definitely falling off pace as a 93 gets into the wall as soon as I say that. So it looks like they're trying to even out their damage now. See if that, I don't know if that hurt the 93 though. May have hurt him just a little bit, as look, he's actually hit it pretty square, so it might not hurt him at all. But that's definitely allowed that 3 to get to him, but he's got to make up more than a whole second within 5 laps. It'll be 5 to go and they come to the line. 93 just needs to start taking it easy here. I think he's laying off that wall more than he was before. That 420 and that 69 of 69's actually drawn closer to that 420. He's trying to really arch it. And then he really gets in there deep, overshoots the corner. That 93 is starting to run away from that 3 again. We'll look to the battle back here. We'll go back to 1 to go. I think both drivers are getting loose off the exit of 3 or 1 and 2. Because they're all over the track, not in the preferred line when they come off of it. Telling them that they're getting a little bit loose coming out of that corner. As you got, 69 is definitely getting loose off of that. That's why he's going down to the bottom of the track. He's having to chase it down there so he doesn't wreck. But that 93, I'm surprised at that 3. He made a mistake. That's what he did not need to do all night. It's going to be 3 to go when they come to the line at Dover. Can Dave Stinson conquer the monster mile here? It's gonna be kind of a guess. Can he conquer it? He's running away from that 3. He just has to realize, man, I have almost a 2-second lead. I can really honestly just run half throttle probably the rest of the way here, and I will have the win at Dover. It's gonna be 2 to go. The 3 slipped up, and that allowed the 93 to get by. He got loose off the corner, and that let that 93 get to him. I believe I saw that name, who he has tagged. But 93, he's got one more time around the Monster Mile. Can he conquer? He just has to be nice and smooth for this final lap. He hung tight with that 3 on that last restart. Didn't let him get away out of 1 and 2. Good exit from there. He can just run half throttle the whole way into 3, coming off the corner, off of 4. It will be the 93 of Dave Stinson. He will win at the Monster Mile. Will be the 3 of Thomas Ridgway. He comes second. The 00 of Bob Williams third. 420 of Paul Vitale fourth. The 69 of Todd Danbury 5th, and the 37 of Barney Stigman 6th, followed by the 22 of Mark Brewster. He will finish 7th. So, hard night for the 22, but Stinson hung with the 3 on the last restart after I had really thought the 3 had just ran away with it. but Stinson is able to come away with the win at Dover. The 3 is probably going to be kicking himself after that. He knew he had the truck to beat, but the 93, he was able to stay just behind him, and the 3 slipped up for half a second, and that allowed him to get by, as he will burn it down. He's actually, Dover's a self-cleaning track. Every time he's doing a burnout, he just goes deeper, goes to the bottom of the track every single time. Nothing of his doing. It doesn't even matter anymore. You might as well go ahead and blow it up. He just blew up his engine. So, Dave Stinson hung with them on that last restart. So, that wasn't a bad race for him at all. I will ask for the top 3 to move into a room so I can interview them. We'll see if they will realize that before the race is over, but I will run down the list of the finishing drivers here. It will be the 93 of Dave Stinson first, the 3 of Thomas Ridgway second, 3rd Bob Williams, 4th Paul Vitale, 5th Todd Danbury, 6th Barney Sigmund, 7th Mark Brewster, and those are the drivers that were here tonight. Mark Brewster had a hard night. I know that 3 is definitely going to be kind of mad at himself for possibly throwing away that race, because he probably had it in the bag and he just got loose out of 3 and 4 and up into the wall. Really when you're at Dover, it's kind of a cleaning track. It will come out and it'll bite you. And I think that's what it did to the 3. I know he's not going to be happy with himself at all. But I will hop in with Dave Stinson here. I'm not able to drag him, so I'll hop in his room. Hey, Dave, man. You won that race, man. The 3 slipped up. I mean, how did it go for you overall, though, man?
Well, I was saving tires there big time because I seen that this truck was getting loose and looser and looser and looser. So I just laid back and waited for him to make a mistake, because it is a pretty slippery track once tires starting to get a little worn. So I just waited, and then I think he felt a little bit of the pressure there. So I waited for him to make the big mistake and scooted around him and finally broke the old goose egg. So I've been running this league for a little bit now, and that's the first, I think my first win. So it was good. It was fun. I had a blast. I'd rather race with 10 or 15 good racers like we have here than the 60 we had last time, where it was just a complete shit show. I mean, I had 4 or 5 guys that couldn't make it tonight, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was just real life stuff, happened. So I was that 3. He was really fast the whole night, but I knew something that you were picking up on what he was doing, and I didn't get to see. I caught the glimpse of it. I knew that 3 had to hit the wall because I cut right to after he hit it, and you just capitalized on it, and we're just able to pull away, man. But before I let you go, is there anybody that you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out that is watching the stream, possibly?
Oh no, I just want to shout out to my league members there that showed up. I mean, these guys they're great guys. They're great guys to race with. We have fun. It's that's like I say, that's why I created this league the last broadcast. I created this league to have fun and just enjoy ourselves. And these are some of the best guys that I've ever raced with in a long time, because nobody argues. They just, hey, I'm sorry I did this, or hey, I'm sorry I did that, and that's the way it should be. Unfortunately, it's not like that all the time, but it is what it is. And I mean, I've got a lot of good help and a lot of good people, and just a shout out to those guys, and shout out to you for another great broadcast. And yeah, that's pretty well it, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go then, as that was Dave Stinson. He brought home the win. I don't think we will get anybody else in the rooms here. No, it was definitely a very small race tonight. Not many drivers were here, but he said that he would rather have drivers he would rather race with the 10 or 15 as compared to the 69 drivers that he had in that recruitment race, because oh my gosh, that was so many drivers, and that was at Atlanta. That was a really crazy finish though, but Dave Stinson, he was able to bring it home. So he'll be happy with that. Hopefully he'll have more drivers that will show up next time. That was not a bad race. I mean, I really thought the 3 was going to truly just run away with that at one point, but nope. Kind of broadcaster's curse that came upon him. But it really wasn't a bad race overall. It actually went by pretty fast. That actually finished in less than an hour. But I will roll quick ads before I leave. But if y'all are watching this, if you don't mind subscribing, liking the video or liking the live stream. I'm trying to get to 100. We're almost there. We're so close. Sharing us on Facebook, anything like that, that will definitely help us out. But I will roll these ads and I will let you all go.